Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm doing a full face of new drugstore products, or at least products that are new to me. For instance, I have the Max Factor Facefinity 3-in-1 foundation. I also have the Instant Anti-Age Eraser by Maybelline. And for eyeshadow I have this avocado palette from iHeart Revolution. So I pretty much have a full face, so let's get started. I'm at my parents' house right now and I forgot to bring a drugstore primer. So for primer I'm going to use the Lancome La Base. I think that's the only thing that's not drugstore that I'm going to use in this video. But I still felt like I needed a primer today. So this foundation, I have it in the shade 30 Porcelain. It's supposed to be a primer, concealer and foundation in one. So I guess I didn't need to put on a primer, but oh well. It says the formula is designed to give flawless coverage that is long lasting yet feels feather light. So I was pretty curious about this one. It's very liquidy. Okay, so the shade seems nice. And it feels pretty nice. I was not expecting something like this. I was expecting it to be way thicker. This reminds me a little bit texture-wise of the YSL All Hours foundation. That was also very liquidy. So I put on a quick thin layer. And I think that looks pretty nice. What do you think? I think it went very quickly. Let's see if we can build it up just a little bit. So as you can see, it does build a little bit, which is nice. And it still blends out easily. I'd say it has a natural finish and it's pretty much medium to full coverage. Yeah, I think you can build it up even more. I'm going to use a different product for concealer, and I guess I wouldn't recommend this as a concealer. It's just not brightening enough. That's just the way I like to do my makeup. So for concealer I tried something that Ellie Glines always recommends. This is pretty much in every drugstore favorite videos she does. It has this weird poof ball thing. Okay, it's starting to come out. Ooh, this thing feels kind of weird. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And also this color is very light. I'm used to things in the drugstore being a bit too dark for me, but this is very brightening. Let's put it a little bit at the inner corner. I'm also going to use it to highlight my face. This thing, it makes a weird sound, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Let's see if we can blend this out properly. Oh, that actually blends out perfectly. I think it does dry down pretty quickly, so you have to work pretty fast. But I actually like that because I always have to wait very long for it to dry down a little bit. And with this you don't have to. Looks pretty nice, right? I'd say it has a bit more of a matte finish than the foundation does. So you can see a bit more glow here. I actually really like this foundation and concealer combination. Alright. See, I usually use pretty much high-end and luxury products with a drugstore product every now and then, but now I feel like maybe I should give them a chance more often. So I do have this Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder by Maybelline. Morgan Turner always raves about the loose powder of this series, but I'm going to try the compact powder. It does have a little mirror and a little sponge. I think it may be a little bit too dark for underneath my eyes, so let's see how it works here first. Yes, it does give a bit more coverage. This thing is not going to work. I'm going to take a proper brush. See, it did take down the shine a little bit, but not too much. So let's see if we can also use this underneath the eyes. Oh, I think it's actually translucent enough. Or light enough, I'm not sure. And it feels kind of nice, kind of soft. Maybe a little bit more dry looking on my forehead. Not too bad. So far I'm really impressed. So for bronzer I got something pretty cool. I got this Hello Good Stuff Matte and Glow bronzer with cocoa from Essence. And I didn't realize this when I bought it, but when I smelled it yesterday, it really does smell a bit like cocoa butter or just cacao. I don't know how you say it, cacao. Anyway, it smells a little bit, I don't know, it doesn't smell bad. I don't really like it either, so let's give it a try. I'm just going to pick up a little bit from both pieces. So the upper part is more illuminating and the lower part is more matte. Looks pretty nice. I think the two of them combined, it looks more matte than it does radiant. So I think the radiant part isn't like extremely glowy, it's more a little bit of a satin. But I think they work well combined. Seems to be a pretty good color for me. And then we're going to continue with Essence because I bought their blush. And I think it was Kelly Gooch that really was raving about these. And I've always been thinking about them because they're only $2.69 I think. So that's a steal and they seem to be great. It's just that I found the colors a little bit meh. They didn't really jive with me, I guess. But this one seems to be okay. A little bit more of a mauve. I don't own anything like this, so I thought it wasn't that bad of an idea. Just not something I usually go for. So let's see. Oh, there's actually a little bit of shine in these. So they're not flat matte. You can see there's a little bit of a satin sheen. That's nice. I actually kind of like this. What do you think? Looks pretty good, right? This is the first product, by the way, from the powder products that I don't feel kicks up a lot of product. So the bronzer really had a lot of kick up, and also the powder by Maybelline. So, you know, if you care about those things. But now we're moving into the I Heart Revolution part of the video. So I picked up this banana highlighter because I thought it looked so cool. They had a couple of ones. They also had a pineapple, I believe. And I thought that one was pretty cute as well, but seemed to be a little bit too dark for me. So I think I'm going to try to pick up a little bit of the surrounding color, which seems to be more of a peach. Let's see how that looks. Oh, it's more of a pink, and it's quite glittery. Okay, I'm going to mix in a little bit of the yellow. I'm not really sure how I feel about these. They're a little bit sparkly. Like, they don't give a full sheen. They sort of give little spots of sparkle. No, I think this is the first product that I'm sort of, meh, could take it or leave it. Still love the packaging though. Okay, let's go into the star of today's video, which is this avocado palette, the Tasty Avocado palette. And it's funny because I know BH also has an avocado toast palette, and I wasn't very interested in it for some reason. I think it just had not enough actual green tones in it. And I also really like this packaging. So this is what the palette looks like. You can see it's actually a lot. Also a little bit of blue, or more of a turquoise section. And then there are some neutrals, so I thought this was a pretty perfect palette. I think I'm going to do something with the greens and the blues, because I am wearing something blue and I have a green skirt, which I'm not going to show you. Let's see if we can make something fun. So I just used a little bit of concealer and a little bit of powder on my eyes today. So let's see what these shadows can do. I'm first going into this guacamole shade over there. And I'm going to put that in the crease. Okay, so right away I'm noticing that these are a little bit more powdery. So they do distribute a little bit of dust. But the color payoff is actually quite nice. It's all going to be about how they build up. Because for me, this is dark enough. But for someone with a little bit more color, this might not even show up properly. And then I also like my eye looks to become a little bit more intense in the outer corner. So let's see if it can do that. So next I'm taking this pencil brush and I'm going into Has, which is this dark green. And I'm going to put that in the outer corner. And I'm also taking it through the crease, but a little bit lower. This does actually build up very well on top of the other shade. So I'm also putting it right here. Yes, that looks pretty good. So I'm taking this dark green and I'm also putting it a little bit underneath the lower lash line. Okay, so I put it down a little bit too far because of this brush. That's okay. I'm taking this smaller smudger brush and I'm going to blend out the lower lash line using the first shade I used, which was Guacamole. And I'm also putting that a little bit beneath the tear duct. And I see that I got quite a bit of fallout. So I'm going to take this fan brush and see if I can just dust it away. I guess it almost dusted away, so that's okay. So up close it does still look a little bit more patchy. So I'm going in with the dark green again. I'm going to see if I can fill in the blanks. It could just be that I blended it improperly. This dark shadow does build up very nicely. Yes, I think I was able to fix it. Now I'm going back with my original brush and I'm going into the color Lime, which was this one in the corner. And I'm going to blend out the edges a little bit. I feel like the dark green doesn't really want to blend out. On this side the blend is better. So now let's go into the shimmers. What do I want to use? I think I'm going into... Okay, so I like this one. That's a little bit more blue. And I can also go with this one, which is a little bit more green. So what should we do? I think I'm going into the blue one. These shimmers are actually very creamy. So I don't get a lot of fallout from them. See, that looks pretty good. I'm going to clean my pencil brush with this shade and swap that I got recently. And I think I'm going to put the pear shade in the inner corner. Alright, so this is the finished eye look. I think it looks pretty good. I actually can't believe I got such a pretty vibrant eye look with this palette. I'm very happy I picked this up. I think it was only $11.99. So a lot cheaper than the alternatives I was thinking about. I was thinking about the new Jeffree Star palette, the Blood Money, but I don't know, Jeffree Star is a little bit of a difficult purchase at the moment. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to show it on YouTube, so I figured I'd try something else, and I'm pleasantly surprised. So now I have some Essence false lashes, and I'm just going to put these on off camera. So I put on these lashes. They're the Summer Days and Nights Glamour lashes from Essence. I bought them this summer and I have to say they're pretty much invisible. So I think you would see more of my lashes when I actually just put on mascara. And they also don't stick very well. I don't know, these are a little bit useless, especially with these intense eyes. So that's a bit of a shame. Still, we're going pretty strong. I already filled in my eyebrows because I used the Anastasia Brow Wiz and it wasn't new and it wasn't Drugstore. So I just skipped through that. And now we're going to do the last bit together. We're going to use a new Les Chocolat lipstick. I already owned this in a more pinkish brown shade, and now I also own this darker brown shade. This is shade 860 Ginger Bomb. And these smell amazing. They truly smell amazing. And they apply very easily. I think this is a beautiful color. It has a little bit of red in it. And I think this looks pretty nice with the eye look. I'm getting a lot of 90s vibes from this with this lipstick. I don't care, I like the hairstyle too with the lipstick. So this is the finished look. To summarize, I'm especially impressed with this eyeshadow palette and this lipstick. And I actually also really liked the foundation and the concealer. Although the concealer I'll have to give a try a little bit longer. And in combination with other products. I didn't really care for the highlighter. I thought it was a little bit glittery and I don't know, it just doesn't look very good. It looks a little bit cheap. But what did not look cheap were these Essence products. So I don't love these as much as I love the other products, but that could still happen. I could still fall in love with these all the same. The smell from the cacao bronzer didn't really bother me once I put it on. And the blush was actually quite pretty. It's just not a color I'm used to. I'm used to wearing very peachy or pinky blushes, so... The lashes I don't care about. Maybe if you have no lashes at all, then this would be okay. But for me, I just don't think you can actually see anything. So, no, I wouldn't. Well, they're not for sale anymore anyway, I believe. So all the other stuff still should be. This is my finished look. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please remember to like, comment or subscribe to my channel. I upload every Tuesday, Friday and Sunday, and I sometimes also do art videos. So if you'd like to see more of that, please join me and I'd be very happy to have you. So see you in the next one. Bye!